Krishna chastised him. Krishna gave what is the difference between Atma and Sharir. He explained the Tattva Bodha. Then Krishna said, Arjuna, hey Arjun, work on the spiritual platform. You should fight. That is your duty. You should fight on spiritual platform. Second chapter was a conclusion of Gita actually. But he explained more, Sthita Pragya section, how any individual elevated self-realized personality works on the spiritual platform. Then Arjuna asked this question, Krishna, please tell me, what is Sthita Pragya? Who is that Sthita Pragya? Who is that person, one who established in spiritual intelligence and performing activity? Then Krishna explained the symptoms of Sthita Pragya. Then again in third chapter, Arjuna asked a question. Krishna, you are saying Pragya is more important, intelligent is more important, Jnana is more important. Then why you are asking me to fight, do karma? Then Krishna said, there are two ways, Arjuna. Somebody goes through Karma Yoga, somebody goes through Jnana Yoga. But the best one is going through Karma Yoga is the best. That's why I suggest you should perform your karma. You should perform your dharma. In that way, you can get Jnana. Yes. Even to maintain our body, we should work. And even though people who are self-realized, one who has a Jnana, they also still work to set an example to others. You are a leader. Janaka Maharaj, who is a self-realized Sthita Pragya, but still he worked. Even myself, I don't have any duty to do. Trilokeshu Kinchana. But I perform my duties just to set an example for others. So in that way, Arjun, if you are really self-realized, if you think that you are still Sthita Pragya, if you are having Jnana, still you should perform your karma. That's how Krishna explained in third chapter. Going ahead, Arjuna asked a question in third chapter again. Third question he asked. Krishna, what you said is true. I don't want to skip this duty. I want to follow my duty. But some force is coming somewhere. Something is forcing me not to do my duty. What is that force? Krishna said it is lust only, Arjun. So in this lust, you should conquer this lust by Jnana. Yes, we should conquer this lust by Jnana. Sthita Pragyas, they control their senses. You also should control your senses, mind. That's how Krishna gave a solution how to control these lusty desires, lusty thoughts, which is the eternal enemy of us, all of us. Then Krishna, without Arjuna, didn't ask any question, but Krishna wanted to explain this transcendental knowledge, Divya Gyan. That's how he explained this fourth chapter, complete fourth chapter. He glorified Jnana. Towards the end, he said, hey Arjun, you should perform at least Nishkama Karma Yoga. No? Nishkama Karma Yoga you should perform. Don't expect any desires. Don't expect any results. You should perform your duty as a dharma for my pleasure. Yes, Yajnarthat Karmana. Then again in the fifth chapter, okay, after finishing the fourth chapter, now fifth chapter starts with a question by Arjuna. Arjuna again he misunderstood. In third chapter he was not able to understand difference between Jnana and Karma. That's why he asked, he thought Jnana is more important than Karma. Why Krishna is asking me to do Karma? Again here in the fifth chapter he got again question. He's asking a question. Arjuna uvacha sanyasam karmanam Krishna punar yogam cha samshati yachreya yetayor yekam tanme bruhi sunuchitam. See, hey Krishna, you asked me first to renounce work. In the second chapter he said, renounce your work. Again you recommended work with devotion. Yes. Sanyasam karmanam Krishna punar yogam cha samshasi. Again you asked me to do yoga, karma yoga, working devotion. Yachreya yetayor yekam tanme bruhi sunichitam. Out of these two, tell me one thing. Should I do karma tyaga or should I work in devotion? See, basically Arjuna wants to skip his work. He wants to karma tyag. He don't want to do his work. That's why the same question he asked in the beginning of 3rd chapter also. Again, similar question. It's not same question, but similar question he asked in the 5th chapter again. In the 3rd chapter, he said, hey Krishna, you are saying jnana is more important. I will go to forest. I will study all these shastras. I will become knowledgeable. Why you want me to work? I don't want to fight. Then Krishna said, no, you should work. Again in the 5th chapter, he's asking, no, I think karma tyaga is more important. What you will suggest? Karma tyaga is more important or nishkama karma is important? Nishkama karma means work in devotion. Okay? So that's how 5th chapter starts with the question by Arjuna. Arjuna is asking question, Krishna, what you want me to do? Should I tyaga? Tell me clearly. Should I give up my work or should I do work in devotion? Nishkama karma yoga. Then Bhagavan said, Sri Bhagavan uvacha sanyasya karma yogascha nishreyasa kara ubau tayostu karma sanyasat karma yoga vishishyate. Hey Arjun, instead of karma sanyasat, karma yoga vishishyate. Instead of giving up your work, better do nishkama karma. Don't expect any results, but you do your work or work in devotion. In other words, work in devotion, karma yoga. Krishna gave a clear-cut answer. Don't give up work. Not karma sannyas. Karma sanyasat karma yoga vishishyate. Better than karma sannyasa, better than giving up your work, you should do karma yoga. See, Krishna is taking the discussion step by step. Initially he said, hey Arjun, you want to have a desires, right? You have a desires, you want to rule the kingdom. You fight, you do your duty as a kshatriya. Based on your varnashram dharma, you do your duty. If you fight, if you win the match, then you will get the mahipate, you will get all this kingdom. If you lose the match, you will get the Swarga. When you die, you go to Swarga. In the battle, whoever dies, they go to Swarga. So anyway, you have a benefit. So just perform your duty. Then he shifted this discussion, karma kanda to nishkama karma. In the 4th chapter, he said, without expecting any desires, any results, just perform your work. Then here in the 5th chapter, this is called karma sannyasa yoga. Karma, this chapter name is karma sannyasa yoga. Prabhupada translated this chapter as karma yoga, action in Krishna consciousness. If you see, there is a little difference between 3rd chapter and 5th chapter. 3rd chapter is actually karma yoga. Here 5th chapter is karma sannyasa yoga in Sanskrit. I repeat again this line here carefully. 3rd chapter name is karma yoga, just karma yoga. Work for the pleasure of Yajna Purusha. Work for the pleasure of Paramatma. Here in the 5th chapter, Krishna is more precise. Karma sannyasa yoga means work without having any expectation over results. It is basically as equivalent as sannyasa only. But here in this sannyasa we work. For whose pleasure? It is for Krishna's pleasure. So he is giving more force on this. Karma sannyasat karma yoga vishishyate. More than karma sannyasa, karma yoga is better, best. Then Krishna continues explaining this. Gneya sa nitya sannyasi yona dveshti na kankshati nirdvando hi mahabaho shukam bandhat pramuchyate. Hey Arjun, one who neither hates nor desires for the fruits of his activities is known to be always renounced. Such person, free from all dualities, easily overcomes material bondage and he is completely liberated. O Mahabaho, O Arjuna, people who work without having any expectations or results. He is also sannyasi. Now you see, sannyasi doesn't mean one who holds danda, not just one who holds danda and travels. Even people who are working in grihastha life, family life, he can also be known as sannyasi. How? By performing every activity for the pleasure of Krishna without having any desire over results. Neither hates, na yena na dveshti na kankshati. Neither hates nor desires. Nirdvando, he is beyond duality. You see examples, many devotees who got married and did sannyasa, karma sannyasa yoga. Ambarish Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, recently Tukaram Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. So all these great saints, great sadhus, they have their family life, but still they worked in karma sannyasa yoga, work in devotion, which is the ultimate purpose of Krishna consciousness. No dveshti, no desire, no dvesha, no envy, no desire over results, na dvandvo. Yes. Sankhya yoga pratagbala pravadanti na pandita ekam api astita samyak ubayor vindate phalam. Some foolish people, they think that, oh, Gnana yoga is different. I mean, Sankhya yoga is different, Karma yoga is different. But these are very foolish people. They are very small children's. Only ignorant people speak like that. Oh, Gnana yoga, Karma yoga is different. No. Karma yoga includes Gnana yoga. Karma yoga includes Sankhya. Yes, Bhakti, work in devotion, includes all other paths. But foolish people, Prabhupada, Krishna says, Balaha, Sankhya yoga pratak bala. Bala means childish people. Pravadanti na panditaha. Ekam api astita yam samyak ubayor vindate phalam. So they say both are different, but actually the result of both of them is same. See, some Jnani yogis, yat sankhya prapyate sthanam tad yoger api gamyate ekam sankyam cha yogam cha ya pashyati sapashyati. So one who sees both Jnana and Karma, Jnana yoga and Karma yoga together, same, he is really Pandita. Why? Because the result of Karma yoga, result of Jnana yoga is same. How it is same? Hear carefully. He says, Krishna says, Sanyasastu mahabaho dukkam aptum ayogataha yoga yukto munir brahma na chiranadi gacchati. So Jnana yogis, they renounce all their work. Yes? They renounce all their work. But they cannot make Lord directly happy. But step by step, they understand the root cause of all this creation is Krishna. They analyze, no? This is the Panchabhutas. They study three modes of material nature. Slowly, gradually, they come to Krishna, who is the ultimate creator. Jnana yogas, the Jnana yogis. When they understand Krishna is the root cause of everything, then they serve Krishna. They cannot make directly Krishna happy, but step by step, they come to Karma yoga. But Karma yogis, they directly satisfy Krishna. They directly work for Krishna, work in devotion. Yes? So without delay, achirena gacchati. Without Karma yogis, without delay, they please Krishna. But Jnana yogis, they take time. But ultimately, both results are same. So both are together. Karma yoga includes Jnana yoga. Okay? Yoga yukto vishuddhatma vijitatma jitendriyaha sarva bhutatma bhutatma kurvan api nallipyate. So work in devotion, people who are working for the pleasure of Krishna, working in devotion, karma sannyasa yoga, for them, they kurvan api nallipyate. They won't get bounded by karma bandhana. Even though they are working constantly, but they don't get bounded by karma. But externally it looks like they are getting bounded by karma, but no. The pure devotees of the Lord, they perform all their duty. They go to market, they purchase vegetables, they come to home, they cook, they offer it to Krishna, they eat food. So in Krishna consciousness, a brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyasi, brahmana, vaishya, kshatriya, shudra, all of them, they can perform their duties for the pleasure of Krishna. They can perform their duties for the pleasure of Krishna. They will not get bounded by karma bandhana. Naiva kinchit karometi yukto manyate tattvavit pashyan shrunavan sprinam jigran asan gachan swapan swashan pralapan visrijan grinan unmishan nimishan api indriyan indriyarteshu vartante iti dharayan. So with this fourth chapter, which is Divya Gyan, having this transcendental knowledge, Divya Gyan, somebody works for the pleasure of Krishna. He never, even though he's seeing just all of us, even though he's hearing like all of us, even though he's touching, sleeping, breathing, he does every activity as usual. But because his consciousness, because he is established in the transcendental knowledge, he never gets bounded by all this karma bandhana. Yes? That's how Krishna is explaining. Brahmani adaya karmani sangam tyaktva karotiya lipyate nasas papena padma patram ivambasa. Krishna is giving example here. How they get unaffected? Just like a water drop which is there on the top of the lotus leaf, lotus flower leaf. Padma patram ivambasa. But still this water drop is not getting stick to it. At any time it can move down, flow down simply. So just like a water drop on the lotus petal, it is not attached to it. Similarly, Acharyas explained, lotus flowers, kamalas, they take birth in dirty water, kichad. But still they don't get dirty. They look very beautiful, right? Even in the dirty water, these lotus flowers look so beautiful. So similarly, a pure devotee, even though he is working just like us, even though just working like a normal person, but he never gets affected by it. His consciousness is completely pure. Brahmani adayi karmani sangam tyaktva karotiya. You know, Prabhupada disciples, they were working, even now in Krishna consciousness, people who are connected to ISKCON, they go to job, they work in companies, but they don't get affected by any karma bandhana because their consciousness is completely Krishna conscious. Kayena manasa buddhya kevalair indriyerapi yogina karma kurvanti sangam tyaktvatma shuddhaye. So the important point is they don't get attached to what they are doing. See, very interesting. These people, these pure devotees, they don't get attached to what they are doing. It is very interesting. People ask this question, without attachment, how we will do work? Yes, we can do when we have attachment towards Krishna. You see, ladies generally, they have attachment towards their kids. Somehow or other, they don't have any attachment for themselves when the children are childhood. Sometimes they give up their sleep. Sometimes they don't see whether they are clean or proper or bathed or not bathed. But they are ready to sacrifice everything for children. But they do activities just like everybody does. So that is completely they are doing for the pleasure of their children, mother especially. But they don't care for themselves. They are not attached to work. These pure devotees, similarly, they are not attached to work. They are not attached to results of their work. They are completely attached to Krishna. Kayena manasa buddhya kevaler indriyerapi yogina karma kurvanti. They perform their work. These yogis, they perform their work with all their body, mind, intelligence, even with senses, but only for the purpose of shuddhyet. Tyaktvatma shuddhaye. They perform their work for the pleasure of Krishna. When they are performing work for the pleasure of Krishna, then they get purification. Yes, Tektvatma Shuddhaye. Here is one point we should understand. So, in our life, we should perform our activities for the sake of purification. We face challenges. By facing such challenges, we get purified. We get purified by performing our duty. So, Krishna is asking Arjuna, Yukta karma phalam tektva shantim apnoti naistikim ayukta kama karena phale sakto nibadhyate. Krishna is telling Arjuna, without attachment to the results, you just work. If you think about the results, then you will be bounded by the karma bandhana. If you work without expecting any results, just you are supposed to work. Just work as a service. We get purification. So Arjun, just for purification, at least you should work. You should do karma yoga, karma sannyasa yoga. In Nishkama Karma Yoga, this is a benefit. We get purification. So when we slowly get purification, then we get attached to Krishna. Sarva karmani manasa sanyasyaste sukam vashi navadvare pure dehi naiva kurvan nakarayan. So Krishna says, living entities, the beings, general people, they are working continuously through their senses, through their mind, through their intelligence to fulfill their sense gratification, their desires, their own desires. But the pure devotees, even though they are working in this body, which is having a 9 holes, Navadvare Pure Loke, but they don't get bounded by this 9 gates, means body, material body. Na kurtatvam na karmani lokasya srijati prabhu na karma phala samyogam swabhavastu pravartate. So in this way, Krishna is so wonderfully is explaining, my pure devotees never get bounded. How they will never get bounded? He is explaining all these shlokas. Nadatte kasya chit papam, they don't get covered by the papa. Nachaive sukrutam vibhum, neither they get bounded by papa, neither punya. Even they will not get bounded by the punya also. Nachaiva sukrutam vibhu agnena vrutam gnanam tena muhyanti jantava. But otherwise, generally people, they get bounded by the agnana, they get muhyanti, they get covered by illusion. Gnanena tu tat agnanam yesham nashitam atmana tesham aditya vajgnanam prakashanti tatparam. See, prakashanti tatparam. So, when we have a knowledge, the transcendental knowledge, in the 4th chapter Krishna explained, 4 shlokas, 4.6, 7, 8, 9, about Krishna. When we know this knowledge, prakashante mahatmana, yes, this gnana, in the 4th chapter also he said, it nullifies all the sinful reactions. Jnanena tu tat agnanam, gnana nullifies agnana. Yesham nashitam atmana. Otherwise, agnana is very, very dangerous. It is very dangerous for the souls. Tad buddhayas. So here, Krishna is another important shloka. He is saying, Tad buddhayas tad atmanas tad nishtat tannishtat tat parayana gachanti apunar avrittam jnana nirduta kalmashaha. So by our intelligence, tad buddhayas tad atmanas means mind. By our intelligence, by our mind, tannishta, with great determination, tat parayanaha, without any deviation, gachanti apunar avritam, we should perform our activities for Krishna's pleasure. Karma sannyasa yoga. Then we will not get punar moha, we will not get apunar avritam, we will not get bounded by this moha, by this ajnana, because this jnana nirduta kalmashaha. So here Krishna is glorifying again this jnana. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastini sunicheva sopakecha pandita samadarshinaha. Such panditas, one who has a transcendental knowledge, one who is working without having any desire over results, they see completely everyone on spiritual platform. They are humble. They are completely humbled. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, such people who has this Vidya, Jnana, they are so humble and they see everybody equally. Elephant, dog, dog eater, a Brahmana, everybody he sees equally on a spiritual platform. Okay? Ihaiva ter jita sargo yesham samhe stitam mana nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmat brahmani te stita. In that way, they establish in Brahma Sattva, Sattva, Brahman. Yes? That is Adhyatmika, transcendence. Na prahrashet priyam prapya, no dvijet prapya cha priyam. See, somebody comes and glorifies them, they don't get affected. Somebody comes and speaks bad words, they don't get affected. Sthira buddhir asammudo, they are fixed intelligence, they have a fixed intelligence, like Vyavasayatmika buddhi, as Krishna said in 2nd chapter. Brahma vid brahmani sthita, they don't get affected by their circumstances, people outside. Bahya sparshav asaktatma, whatever happens outside, they don't get affected by it. Vindati atmani yat sukham, neither sukha also. Sabrahma yoga yuktatma sukham akshayam asnute. So, why they don't get affected by outside sukha and dukkha? Because they have a sukham akshayam asnute, because they have unlimited sukha within themselves. They are experiencing unlimited sukha, Brahma Saukhyam. That's why they don't get affected by sukha outside in the material world. You know, people ask, right? These people, they are not enjoying like us. Because they understood, the pure devotee, they understand, this is a limited enjoyment. They have unlimited enjoyment, asnute, akshayam, which never gets diminished. That happiness they have within themselves. Why these people, these pure devotees, they have understood. Yehi sansparsha jabhoga dukkha yeneva evate adi antavanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. They don't, not just, they are not behind limited happiness which is there in material ways. Because they understand, yehi sansparsha jabhoga dukkha yene evate adi antavanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. Even it is sukha, even it is happiness, little bit happiness, they understand after this happiness there is a dukkha is going to come. That's why they don't get attached to dukkha. Anyway, we also don't get attached. They even don't get attached to the sukha of this material world. Because they understand after this sukha, there is a dukkha is going to come because of the interaction between senses and sense objects. That's why they don't take nateshu ramate buddha. Saknoti haiva yashodham praksharira vimokshanat kama krodhodvavam vegam sayukta sa sukhi nara. So, who is that happiness person in this world? Krishna says, one should give up all aspirations for sukha and dukkha in this world and should give up all the angry and give up all the desire. One who gets satisfied what he has, one who tolerates whatever coming in the life, he is the happiest person in the world. Yes, that's what Krishna says. Sayukta sa sukhi nara. So in this way, Krishna is concluding, towards conclusion. Yenta sukho antararamas tatantar jyotir evaya sayogi brahma nirvanam brahma bhuto adigacchati. So people like this, they are happy within themselves. Labante brahma nirvanam rishayakshina kalmashaha chinna dvida yata atmana sarva bhuta hite rataha. So in this way, karma sannyasa yogis, means bhaktas, devotees of Lord, after achieving that Brahma Saukhyam, Brahma Nirvanam, Nirvana means detachment from this all material bondage. After achieving that Brahma Saukhyam, they're all Kshina, Kalmashaha. They're all duality, three modes, Papa, reactions, Karma Bandhana gets Kalmashaha. Kshina, it all gets cleared away. That time, they start working for the benefit of everyone. See, this is also very important. Not just yogis, they gain knowledge, they work for the pleasure of Krishna and they go to forest. No. They stay in cities. We preach. So these pure devotees, sarva bhuta hite rataha, they perform activities for the benefit of everyone. Just like in the 4th chapter also Krishna said, yad yad acharati shreshtas tat tat eva taro jana, in 3rd chapter. Pure devotees like Janaka Maharaj, Krishna himself, they are not bounded by any karma. They no need to do any work, but they still work for the pleasure of, for the setting a standards to the society. Sarva bhute hite rataha. So they perform, they preach Bhagavad Gita message to all over the world. They help people to come out of this duality. Kama krodha vimuktanam yatinam yata chetasam abhito brahma nirvanam vartate viditatmanaha. So in that way they give up all that and they establish themselves in Brahma Nirvanam. So this is a concluding shloka of 5th chapter. Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarva loka maheshwaram suhridam sarva bhutanam gnatva mam shanti ruchyati. So Krishna from first 6 chapters, he is not directly not directly bringing it point. Now and then, here and there, Krishna says, Bhoktaram yagya tapasam, I am the real enjoyer. Sarva loka maheshwaram. Hey Arjun, I am the supreme controller. I am the supreme master. Surudam sarva bhutanam. I am the real well-wisher of everyone. Gnatva mam shanti ruchyati. Whoever understands this, they get real peace. They get real happiness. They get real Brahma Saukhyam. Unlimited happiness within themselves. So, having understood this, oh Arjun, at least we should fight without having any desires. Just because I am telling you to do, you do it. So in this way, Krishna concludes the 5th chapter saying this, Karma Sannyasa Yoga. You should perform without having any desire over results, without even attachment to the work itself. Hare Krishna. So thank you all very much. This is how Bhagavad Gita 5th chapter finishes. So next time we will discuss 6th chapter. Anybody has any questions, comments, devotees? Here we will take some questions.